What is up, you guys? This is Mini Superheroes Today. And in today's video, I want to show you my Ant-Man collection. Now, you can see a little preview of it here behind me, but dare I say, I think I have the biggest Ant-Man collection in the world. So if somebody out there has a bigger collection than what you're about to see in this video, I challenge you to make a video and show me. But until then, I think I'm going to claim myself as the reigning champ. But enough of me blabbering, let's take a look at this collection, and I'm about to show you the biggest Ant-Man collection on the planet. Alright, so we'll start off here. This is the banner from the movie theater. Now, these are supposed to be sent back to Disney, but my dad actually found one at a flea market of all places. So you can see how absolutely massive this is. I'm holding my hand out so you can see, and it's huge. On the other side is actually the Winnie the Pooh Christopher Robin movie. So funny enough, that's what's on the other side. But yeah, that's a really awesome, cool banner that's super, super rare. And then this is the display from Best Buy. One of my friends works at Best Buy, and when they were tearing this down, he offered to give the entire thing to me. Now, by the time I got it, though, there were some pieces missing. You can see there are holes back here where a big Evangeline Lilly cutout would have been, and a Paul Rudd one on that side. But in any case, I would reckon to bet that there aren't very many of these Best Buy displays 100% complete like this, even if it's missing those two parts. So this is pretty cool and super duper rare. Now, zooming in here, we've just got a little mini-mate Ant-Man here. This is the Hank Pym suit, but it's Scott Lang in the suit from Marvel Legends from way back in the day. This is a Walmart exclusive. I'm gonna guess, like, I don't know, maybe 2007 or 8 or something. Maybe there's a 2006. Yeah, it's pretty close. There's a 2006 copyright near the proof of purchase there. But in any case, you could build Giant Man if you got the whole set, so it comes with Giant Man's forearm. Back in the days when the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figures were absolutely massive. But in any case, that's what's here. This is a bobblehead from the Cleveland Indians. I guess last summer they did like Marvel Nights and they gave away some bobbleheads. I got this on eBay, so that's pretty cool and pretty random. Back here is a cup. I believe this is from like Indonesia or something, and they had all kinds of different pieces that you could put on top. My friend Tim got me that, and there's an Ant-Man one here. I have one on a shelf we're about to look at after this, and then there's a Wasp one too, but I've got that one tucked away in storage. So back here, if you've seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, you'll recognize this is the same vintage case that Hank Pym carries around their cars in. Now, this isn't like the one that Michael Douglas used in the movie. It's not the exact same one, but it is the exact same deal with, you know, being vintage and all of that. I believe this is from like the late 70s or 80s or so. I don't think there's a... Yeah, 1967 it says. Wow. Holy cow, it's way older than I thought. See, it's fun to experiment and find these things out with you guys. Down here are really just the main three Ant-Man pops. This is from 2015. It's a common. This is from the Marvel Collector Corps box. There was a tiny Ant-Man in there, but I bought this used for like $2 and it was missing that, so no big deal. And then this is the Ant-Man and the Wasp pop. This is the coin that they gave out at the double feature fan night event at AMC Theaters. If you saw Ant-Man and Ant-Man and the Wasp in succession with each other, they showed them back to back. Here's the Wasp pop right here. Nothing too special. I don't have any of the Chase ones, but that's okay. Now, this is really cool. You'll recognize this is the car that Luis had in Ant-Man and the Wasp that he's driving in the final thing. You'll see this here is like a little promotional tent that goes on a table. So Ant-Man's on one side, Wasp is on the other, and what I'm told is that there's only maybe like a little over 100 of these in existence, and what the deal was, if you went to a Hyundai dealership in Los Angeles right before Ant-Man opened, which was July 6th of last year, you could get this car, and if you peel this off of the card that it's glued to, there was a code underneath there, and you could claim a prize. And from what I understand, the prize was actually an advanced screening of Ant-Man and the Wasp. So this is like a tin car. You can kind of hear it clanking around, but this is super duper rare, and there's not very many of those out there. Like I said, maybe only around 100 or so of those. Now down here, this is a Bandai figure from Japan. This is from Civil War. The Civil War figures are really, really nice. SH Figuarts is the distributor, maker of this. This is just a super, super detailed action figure. So I got this because it was missing the little Ant-Man. I think it was a factory error. I got that for like $20. Here's a little Civil War Ant-Man figure, nothing special. The Lego Ant-Man and the Wasp set. sealed, and then over here we've got the original Ant-Man set from 2015 sealed. My buddy Josh hooked me up with that. I had it, but I opened mine, so it's cool to have one sealed. Here's an Ant-Man pop out of the box. Here's a yellow jacket, but you'll notice his eyes are a little foggy, and the reason is this is the Amazon exclusive that glows in the dark, so that's cool. Here are the two variants of the IMAX tickets. Different theaters gave out different tickets if you saw Ant-Man and the Wasp in IMAX, but in any case, I got these on eBay, so those are pretty cool. Then down here, I've just got an Avengers pack of nano metal figs, and the only reason this is here is because Ant-Man's right there. We've got the Disney Infinity Ant-Man right here. I store my Captain Marvel Lego posters in there, but I also have a little Ant-Man Hallmark keepsake. So that's everything right here, but we're only about halfway done. I actually have 2 more shelves of Ant-Man stuff, and I'll take you over to look at those right now. Alright, so here's my 2 Ant-Man shelves, top and bottom. And we'll start off at the top here just to walk you through. This is the complete Build-A-Figure Giant Man figure from Civil War. This is the soundtrack for the first Ant-Man movie sealed. Marvel soundtracks on CD are pretty rare, so to have one sealed is pretty rare too. But in any case, back here we've got the Power FX Titan Hero, Ant-Man and Wasp back there, given to me by my friend Brandon Davis over at comicbook.com. Here's another Giant Man head I just had a spare of. This is a pretty cool one. This is a mini comic book prelude for Ant-Man and the Wasp. It kind of tells the story of the first movie, really. But what was cool is, if you saw Ant-Man and the Wasp in Dolby and IMAX, they gave you this mini comic book in a magnifying glass because it's like a comic book sized for ants. So that's pretty cool. Speaking of seeing Ant-Man and the Wasp, this was for the fan night event. This came with the coin. So my buddies over at AMC hooked me up with that. And then this is the Hot Wheels Ant-Man car. Nothing too special here. A custom printed Lego poster of Ant-Man. That's pretty cool. You can see it's like in a little Lego doorway here. The Marvel Studios 10 years emoji ones, and you can see Ant-Man and the Wasp are up top there. So that's pretty cool. There's my ticket for seeing Ant-Man and the Wasp in theaters. Here's a, this is pretty cool actually. This was a tag off of a t-shirt, so that's pretty rare, like a promotional t-shirt. Here we've got the pin from Disney World, and we've got the pin from Disneyland there. So those were all available at all Disney parks, but they were pretty super limited. So here's where we're gonna get into the crazy stuff, guys. This pin right here, as you can see, is from the world premiere of Ant-Man and the Wasp. And this was what the security guards wore to show that they were security guards. So it's my understanding that there's only about 12 or 15 of these out there. Basically, when Marvel Studios, or maybe Disney rather, hires the security, all the security guards get those. And unbelievably, I found one on eBay, and I knew it was legit because, drumroll please, I was actually at the Ant-Man and the Wasp premiere. So you'll see here in a minute the grand finale of this, what my best part of my collection is. But in any case, yeah, I got to meet some of the security guards there, and then one popped up on eBay after the premiere. So I got that, and that's pretty cool. That's probably the rarest piece here because there's so few of them. But at the Ant-Man and the Wasp premiere, I got to briefly meet Evangeline Lilly, and I had this Wasp toy with me that Marvel gave me for waiting outside all day to get in there, and I won some trivia. But Evangeline Lilly actually signed my Wasp toy, so that's what you're looking at here. That's pretty cool. Here's another one of the Ant-Man keepsake Hallmark ornaments with Wasp there. I've got the set. There's a zombie Giant Man hero clicks back there, a Hallmark Ant-Man thing up here. There's a tag, a little helmet that goes with this Ant-Man that was a Disney Store exclusive. My friend Tim that I mentioned earlier also gave me this Ant-Man tank, which I guess when the first movie came out, if you bought it on DVD, maybe from Target or something, you could send away for this. And this, of course, is a replica of the tank that Hank Pym has in his pocket that they bust out of the lab with in the first movie. So that's pretty cool. This is just a little Ant-Man keychain my friend Mike gave me. Right here, this is kind of tough because I need both hands to do this, but this was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive piece, and what it does, I'm trying to get this open with one hand. You can see it's supposed to be like a matchbox. Here, let me change the camera angle real quick. Okay, there we go. I've got it open. You can see it's like a little Pym Technologies matchbox with a little micro Ant-Man figure. That was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive back in 2015, I believe. These are the comic books that they handed out to people that were at the Ant-Man and the Wasp premiere. That's pretty cool. My friend Bob custom made that Ant-Man figure for me in the back. This is another one of those cup toppers. There's a little 3 3/4 inch Marvel Legends. Here's the Ant-Man and Wasp Sum-Sums. And then back here, I've got some Ant-Man and the Wasp Mini-Mates, which you can see are super, super cool. So this is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, actually. It's kind of tucked back there, so it's hard to see, but it's got like a shrinking Ant-Man, shrinking Yellow Jacket, and Antony, and then a Scott Lang in disguise back there. And then this one wasn't limited edition or anything, but it comes with Ant-Man, Wasp, Hank Pym in the Quantum suit, and Ghost. And then right here, this is a pretty cool comic book I got at a Comic-Con a while back. This is Tales to Astonish, and this is where they got the idea from Civil War to have Spider-Man web up Giant Man. So it's not a particularly rare comic or anything. It's from the 60s. It's an original one, but that's where they got the idea for Civil War. So that's pretty cool. Now we're going to bump down to this second shelf, but before I get too far into this, I'll show you this. This is my original Ant-Man Scott Lang first appearance comic. Now, this isn't Scott Lang's first appearance, nor Ant-Man's first appearance, but it is the first time that Scott Lang had the Ant-Man suit on. And basically, the first Ant-Man movie is based on this comic, so that's cool. And you can see up top here it says 12p, which means 12 pence, because that's a British version. So it doesn't make it any more rare or valuable or anything, but that's pretty cool. And then here are the grand finale pieces. I'll show you everything on the shelf here, but when I met the cast, I was wearing an Ant-Man cosplay, which is pretty cool. And when the cast came up, I had them all sign it. So there's Paul Rudd's autograph on my gauntlet, you know, that like goes on my hand there. There's Paul Rudd's autograph. There's Evangeline Lilly. I met both of them. Here's Hannah John Kamen that played Ghost. This is Kevin Feige's autograph. I got to meet him, the president of Marvel Studios. This is Karen Gillan from Guardians of the Galaxy. She's Nebula. And when she got out of the van, it was so cool. She like walked right over to me and was like, "Oh my God, I absolutely love your suit." I'm telling you guys, Karen Gillan, like love at first sight, man. No, I'm kidding, but it was really cool meeting her. And then this is T.I., who plays Dave in the movie. This is his suit, a piece of the first Ant-Man suit that they cut up for the Civil War, Captain America Civil War baseball card set. And that's a real piece of the actual Ant-Man suit from the first movie. So that's pretty cool. This is a promotional pin for Civil War, Team Cap. This is just a little Easter egg. Paul Rudd played Brian Fantana in Anchorman. It's a baseball card. Over here is just a little USB thumb drive for Ant-Man and the Wasp. This is from China, promotional item from over there. Right here, this is the continuation of the first Scott Lang appearance as Ant-Man, and he's fighting Darren Cross there. So Darren Cross, of course, isn't Yellow Jacket here, but it's just a variation of the character. Back here, I've got the art of the Ant-Man book, which is based off of the first movie, of course. We've got the Ant-Man and the Wasp Marvel Legends back there. Ant-Man and the Wasp Marvel Legends. This one's more recent Wasp, but that's the same Ant-Man I showed you before. There's the box for that Indians Ant-Man thing. We've got a Pym Technologies coaster here, Team Cap promo pin, little Ant-Man bobblehead thing there, some promo pins from Indonesia, a little Ant-Man mini-mate back there. There's a Pez dispenser in the back, and then to finish off this, I bought this on eBay for like $5, which A, these are super rare, and B, they're super rare to find so cheap. So you can see this says it's an awards screener, and what this means is that when Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man was out in theaters, they send this out to people that vote on awards, like, you know, acting awards and screenplay awards and all of that for them to watch. So Ant-Man didn't get nominated for anything, but they sure tried, and this is what they sent out for that. So those are super rare, and I was glad to see one pop up on eBay for just a few bucks, and I snagged that for my collection. So those are my Ant-Man shelves, and I'll go ahead and zoom out, and we'll wrap this video up. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this tour of my Ant-Man collection. Let me know what your favorite piece of this collection is in the comments below, and if you think I have the biggest Ant-Man collection, let me know that in the comments below too. If you have a contender for somebody that has a bigger collection than me, I challenge them to make a video, because this is a pretty big collection. So thanks for tuning in, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next video. If you liked what you saw and you liked what you heard, feel free to click that subscribe button for more LEGO content coming in the near future. So, thanks for tuning in to today's video, and until next time, build on.